Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. And if you weren't awake, now you are.
I'm getting there.
What have you been up to, Noelle?
Oh man, like just reading books, hanging out. My boyfriend woke up early this morning so he could bring me breakfast before we started this.
Why is he the cutest?
The best
I know.
ever.
Wait, did he make it?
No, he picked it up. As my grandma says, you don't need to know how to cook as long as you know where good takeout is.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, food is the key to the soul.
Yeah.
It is the truest statement.
We were debating on doing the same thing, honestly, because, it's early for us. But yeah, so
What did you get?
I got biscuits and gravy.
You already ate it, didn't you?
I did already eat it, I know.
Demolished.
I forgot my coffee though.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in Northern California?
I'm in like central, like just like north of Santa Barbara.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like where all those like sleepy beach towns are.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Like on the way to Monterey.
Yes.
Cool. And you're from that area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought like when I was a high school punk, I was like, this is the worst place in the world. Like, get me out of here. And then I went to the Midwest for school, had never like seen snow before, and then was in the snow, was in the Midwest, and realized really quickly that California actually is not the worst place in the world. So I moved back.
There you go. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Contrary to popular belief.
Right.
Let's see who's here. Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
I love that you're early. You're doing so well. Kirsten, hey.
What's up?
Carol.
Howdy.
I will have no food, but I'm here with a coat.
I have like a muffin I'm eating. I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
Hello.
Hi.
Know what these lives are about, LOL. How are you girls?
It's Books and Brunch.
I'm glad you asked because we'll tell you. We're literally just getting to know each other because we're booktubers and we want to hang out. So there you go. No reading friends or anything.
This is from the mind of Christine. She was like, I want to have brunch with booktubers. And here we are.
I just think it's like, fun because in sprints, you kind of like talk a little bit, but Books and Brunch is more like, hey, how's it going?
Reveal thyself.
Exactly.
Reveal thyself. But yeah, so what have you been reading, Noelle? Let's chit chat about it.
I just finished last night. I finished this book of like nature essays. It was called World of Wonders. I don't know. I love like we were just watching the other night like nature documentaries and stuff. So I love nature nonfiction. And then I'm also reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes right now, which I didn't. Every time I like post about it on Instagram, people tell me how much I'm gonna hate it, but
You're waiting for
hating it.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, well, I'm halfway through it, so I guess there's still half of a book left. But so far, I'm like unironically enjoying myself.
Is this how he becomes a villain?
Yeah, it's like his backstory. He's like 18, I think, President Snow, and he's like a mentor for that year's Hunger Games. And yeah, he's definitely like already kind of twisted, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know, all of the like controversial opinions that say they didn't like it says that they just didn't like President Snow and they didn't like how political it was, which I like villains and I like political intrigue, so it might just be the book for me.
It'd be pretty interesting to read. I've never actually read it either, but maybe I'll give it a try if you say it's good.
Yeah, I'm having a good time, but that is like the minority opinion, I think.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
I don't even remember if I read Hunger Games. So
what?
I think I read Hunger Games.
I feel like you've at least read the first one.
Yeah, but I don't think I continued. But I think I did read the books, but I didn't finish the movies.
Oh yeah,
that's what happened. And then I just connected it all together. No, I didn't watch the last movie yet.
Dang, the movies. Our friend Maria is actually like rewatching them right now, and she was like texting me about PETA, and she was like, "It's so underrated." I'm like,
I just saw her stories yesterday. I was dying.
yeah, right? She's so funny. Anyway,
I missed them.
well, you were dealing with the birthday madness.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys party hard?
Guys, I promise.
Like, I'm
Were
overwhelmed.
you raging?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We did karaoke on Friday in our living room. It was very fun.
it was. It was actually. We just got a new karaoke mic. I feel like we've been telling everyone, we're like, we just got a new karaoke mic.
Yeah. It was like
All you need is the disco ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ambiance.
Yeah. It was in my head. I was like, yeah, we're in a dive bar.
That's perfect.
So good.
Team PETA or Team Gail?
Gail?
Gail is not the one. PETA.
PETA's the one in the games with her. Gail is the one from back home.
Yeah, PETA.
I'm TP. Can't even say it. Oh my god. Team PETA.
Even though Gail is the clear hottie, but
I
mean, that
well, they're both
matter
supposed to be kind of attractive, but I think the movies.
I think I'm like, how would I say this? Like Team Katniss. I feel like she should have ended up single.
Not with anybody, yeah.
Yeah, I reread the trilogy like this past summer, and it hits different as like an adult who's like not a teenager. Like when I read them, I was like, oh my god, like PETA, she has to end up happily ever after. But now there's like multiple points throughout the series where she's like, I don't want to be with anyone. I'm traumatized by war. I don't want to have kids. And then at the end, she's like pushed to end up with someone. I remember finishing the series and being like, no, she should have just gotten to live her life.
I mean,
maybe that's the life she wanted, or somehow wanted it.
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. It did. I don't know. I think she put that in there because it's obviously YA, but
for sure. And it was like 15 years ago. YA. You know, there was like a certain formula at the time.
Have to have a little bit of something in there to keep everybody interested. Which is probably kind of still the same, but I don't know. I remember when I first read that book, it was like, I don't know, the first serious YA, if that makes sense, where like people were getting hurt and dying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it was like
there was actual stakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this is serious. Like it's making me so upset. It's not fair. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
Team
think
PETA
are revolting because
Janice was ace. Yes. We think she may have been. My queens, hey, how's it going? PETA, Obvi.
Oh no.
What is happening here?
We've got a brawl in the peanut gallery.
Isn't it mental illness?
It has to be. What's happening here?
Wait, this is so
Fight.
I love you even more now. I was just like, we like. I wish I would have say like a platonic strong friendship.
Yes, like the PETA Katniss. I love that they like depended on each other, but I don't know if I love the end game relationship.
Romantically involved. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm not strong. You know, I like how they grew together. In my mind.
Okay, but everyone must be Team Edward. All right, let's talk about it.
I don't have any Twilight opinions.
Older, I realized I like Charlie the most.
Yes. Oh my god, I've seen all those TikToks and they kill me.
I know. I just saw a TikTok on that. That's so funny. Charlie was the MVP though.
I was rooting for. Honestly, I'm in the minority here, but New Moon was my favorite book. And Jacob was fun but it was never meant. Jacob was never meant to be with Bella. Anyway,
we could go on and on in this circle. So,
but yeah, Team South as well because he's a prince.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. These comments are going crazy. I'm Team Jacob. Let's stop.
No, she's not. Now she's just trolling us. There's no.
Oh no, I don't feel like either of them are awesome. Like they're both not great for different reasons, but then they're both like also attractive for different reasons. So I don't know.
They both have their own sense of selfishness. So
Right.
Bella annoys me, so
Bella is a little.
that's why I'm Team Charlie.
Charlotte, I love it.
Opened up his home for his daughter just for her to leave him like this.
Oh my god, I can't with this. You guys are going off, lordy. Anyway, so
This is a party. I love this.
we're having a fun time. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad this is happening. The discourse, you know.
Wait,
Safe space.
Kirsten.
I don't think I've read a vampire book since Twilight in middle school.
Let
Let me think. No, I definitely have. So,
Say one.
there's one that's a very old fantasy. When I was growing up, it's called The Silver Kiss. It was before Twilight.
Woo.
Very good, and it was a tragic. It's like a classic vampire story where like it doesn't end up happy in the end.
Oh no.
What a concept.
What a concept, right? Like Anne Rice may have done something. Anyway, but yeah, man. So I just finished Red Rising,
Yes.
and I know that you did too.
I have yet to read it, so be careful.
Yeah, we won't do any spoilers because I know there are. Even though it is pretty popular, I feel like there are a lot of people who haven't read it.
Yeah.
But I guess I was gonna say what's your favorite part, but then without trying to give it away, I'm not really sure because I know that you were like sobbing at the end of it.
This chat is so funny. We can't.
Oh my god. I went in like knowing nothing. Like I just got the loan in from the library, like didn't expect to get it in. And so I just was like, I guess I'll start this. And I had heard it recommended highly. And so I was like, I trust, I'll just start this book, I guess. Literally didn't know anything other than like vague sci-fi Hunger Games. Yeah. So I was like constantly shocked the whole way through. And there was multiple parts that I cried, like audibly gasped.
Yeah.
And was like, oh my God, what's happening? Just like so good. So many like twists and turns where like sometimes I hate that when there's like a plot twist that comes out of nowhere because it doesn't feel like it's earned. But then in the twist in this book, it was like I could remember like, okay, no, this has been like hinted at. I just didn't pick it up. Like neither did the main character, you know? So I really liked how it was written for sure.
It does have a lot of Hunger Games moments I was noticing.
Yeah.
Just in like the games in itself and then having like the mentor, you know, that kind of thing. But did that bother you or no?
Not really. I really like the Hunger Games series. I like that like trope with like, because it forces the stakes to be high, I guess, where it's like, I don't know who to worry about because like anyone could die.
Anyone can die. Yeah.
So I like that because like my least favorite trope in book is like the resurrection trope when characters like die and then they come back and it just feels like cheap. So I guess I like the opposite extreme.
Yes.
But it didn't bother me that it was like similar tropes, I guess, but I could see how that could be like a deterrent.
I think I felt the same way because at first I was kind of like, I don't know, I was overwhelmed with the amount of just information he was giving when he was writing because he was just like, okay, clearly these are like the casts and then like here's all the things you need to know. And I was just kind of like, okay,
yeah,
this is a lot for me to remember. But then like once it kind of got started, I was like, I don't care that it's basically Hunger Games Junior, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think it is in its own like right. Like it's written very well. It's very good.
Yeah. And I think it's just the first one that's like that. I obviously haven't read the rest of the series yet, but I'm excited to see like how it scales. Yeah.
It's probably like any kind of fantasy, like Actars like that. It's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's got like hints of like Hades and Persephone, like that kind of thing. So, but then as the series keeps going, it's not that same thing. So
I'm excited. I haven't read ACOTAR actually, but I have them all on ebook. So I'm hoping to marathon them in February because it's just time, you know?
Yes.
I'm reading it with the first one because I've never read it either with Maria next month.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then I will definitely start it next month.
Yeah. It's like I'm just so excited because I know the new book is coming soon. It will be here before we all know it.
I hope it lives up to the hype because the fans are crazy.
I think it really is. Like, Nesta and Cassian.
We'll see. I'm not really into fairies, so.
But it's
Me
not
neither.
It's not
I get what
like
you're saying,
that.
I see the
though.
fan art, I see the cover, I see everything. Okay. I'm excited. I'm gonna give it a full chance. I don't know anything about the book, but fairies and Tamlin.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the name Tamlin.
It really is.
I thought it was a woman, but it's not.
She saw one fan art photo and she was like, this woman.
All of the names that I hear from ACOTAR just remind me of like shit that white people name their kids. Like it just like, it doesn't remind me of like fairy names. It just seems like 5-year-old names.
Yes.
Like, does that make sense?
Okay, the reason why it took me so long to like read ACOTAR is because the first time I ever picked it up, I read the cover or whatever. And I have said this before, but like I couldn't say Farrah's name. I kept saying fire in my brain. I was like, fire. Like it doesn't make sense when I read it. And then I read everyone else's names and I was like, no. Like I like couldn't get over it. So I finally one day buckled down and was like, I need to do this for myself. Yeah. But it was a deterrent for me too. Until finally I just sucked it up and did it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Let me see what these crazies are talking about in the chat. Yes, Kirsten, every day.
Yeah, this morning.
Ooh, how are you liking it? Tell us more.
How many books are in the series?
There's 4 currently. The one that's coming out is the 5th one. But the 4th one is like a smaller, like just kind of like a blur, like a novella almost. Like it probably actually is a novella, I'm not sure. But it's like this thin compared to like no.
Oh.
The 4th one? No. The best one is probably the 2nd one.
I feel like that's what everyone says.
What's that one called?
Mist and Fury. Okay. Yeah, it's the one that Kirsten's reading right now. I think anyway. Hello. Hi. How's it going? Yes. Not for me, LOL. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
I can't wait for my reaction.
I know, I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it.
The fairies are not pertinent.
Like them is literally not important. She just like says
they
it.
Are.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like almost to make them like cooler than just normal people. You know?
Right.
So,
interesting.
Hey, Rye.
Okay.
Interesting. Why?
Tell me what makes it fantasy. Like if they weren't fae, would it just be like a normal story? Or is there other like fantasy elements?
There are other fantasy elements because she does have to like go through some things. But yeah, it's not like this isn't the book that has all the crazy stuff. It's just kind of like setting up everything, if that makes sense. Okay. So you get used to the world and her family dynamic and like who she is as a character, and then kind of a little bit of the fairies that she deals with.
Okay.
So, wait, I meant to click on this one. I feel so weird with ACOTAR because I love Throne of Glass. Everything. I'd rather die than read ACOTAR. Okay. Have you read Throne of Glass, Noelle?
No, I haven't read any Sarah J. Maas.
Me neither.
Okay. No, it's like literally fine. Like I just got into it a year ago. Like it's not, whatever. But Throne of Glass I read first, and that was a series that she wrote before ACOTAR. And I know a lot of people have complaints about that series because they're like, it's just kind of all over the place. And I'm like, it's because it was her debut stuff. So it was newer. But ACOTAR is definitely, it's different, but it's just as good as Throne of Glass. Though? So yeah, it's YA. Oh. So I definitely advise it. I would say it's almost an easier read than Throne of Glass. It's a lot quicker. So Feyre is how you're supposed to say it, I think.
Oh, this is a character's name.
Yeah, it's just like
I thought you said Fey.
Honestly, yeah.
Fairy. Okay, sorry.
A lot of my booktube friends don't like Throne of Glass, and I have to always be like, no, it's good.
I thought you didn't like Throne of Glass.
No, I like Throne of Glass. I like it a lot. I super want to read Throne of Glass. Yeah, I will say that you do have to get into like a couple of books before the story picks up. So just keep that in mind. Y'all think that's cool.
That recipe stealing.
Yeah. Wait, what was the thing? Don't go talk about my friend. Yeah. TikTok.
Anyway,
Only one right left.
I feel like I've heard so many things about Cruel Prince. Like, I don't think I have any interest in that series.
I was like,
Is this Holly Black?
meet the crowd that hasn't read it yet. It's on my TBR, so I'm gonna read it, but I cannot tell you a single thing about the Cruel Prince.
Is it by Holly Black?
Yeah, it's by Holly
That's
Black.
all I've got for you.
So
And I see the cover. It's white with some like brown branches.
I don't know if they have tails, but how interesting. I know Holly Black's been around for a while, so that would make sense if she did
Tails,
something like that.
Splashes me back to Avatar.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
people?
yeah. Not The Last Airbender, but
Avatar.
oh man. That was supposed to change cinematic history.
And then here we are. The smut in the second book, like, has been questioning why it is YA. Yeah, she does step up the smut in the second book in Actar. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. You guys do third person to get other people's POV. Reading it next month.
Throne of Glass?
Cruel Prince, I think, is what she's talking about. So I think maybe we should do a buddy read. Am I right? Am I wrong, Kirsten? Tell me.
I didn't want to read. Anyway.
Cruel Prince? No, she got me Cruel Prince for Christmas.
I'm getting confused.
Yes, I think you are. It's the YA fantasies, man.
Yeah, I'm like, it's.
Rye, do you also want a buddy read? Yeah. I would like to tag into that. Thank you.
This is exciting.
But yeah, so anyway, so what else is on the docket for your reading list?
Dude, I just am constantly like overcommitted to read-a-thons and challenges and stuff. Like I just like recorded a vlog clip before this where it was like, I don't know, this was my TBR. It's not looking good. So
I absolutely love all of your videos because it's the most relatable. It's like, yep, forgot a thumbnail. This is it, guys. Like,
yeah, honestly, that's the story of my life. Also, I just got delivered a mimosa. Thank you.
Bless.
We love him.
It looks so
We
good.
love him.
Yes, we do. Usually we have mimosas too, but for some reason we were like not with it this morning. Yes, buddy read. Let's do it. You know, I'm always down for a buddy read.
One of my faves. See, I've literally only heard people say that it's amazing. It's one of their favorites, or like the opposite extreme. It's not one that people seem to have like medium opinions about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of read-a-thons, we are still doing the New Year Bookworms New Year's read-a-thon.
Hell yeah.
Finished 2 of my books already.
Yes.
I was only aiming for 3, so maybe I'll surprise myself.
I'm trying to think.
I think you're ahead of me. I think I've only finished 2, and I was going for 9.
I was about to say, you're trying to black out the board, right?
No, that's the story of my life. Like, I'm just always overcommitted, but
I love when people do that. I appreciate them. I know I could never, like, unless I like double up hardcore and I'm just like, yes. Like,
that's how I felt in December. Like, I felt like I was doing all those read-a-thons that I was so doubled up on everything and felt like,
yeah, you did 4 of them. Like,
I felt like such a baddie because I was like counting this for this and this for this, and then I still didn't like get to all of them. And I think that's going to be the same thing this month. But, like, you know, it's just for giggles.
We just like to like aim high, you know, like
exactly.
Say we're gonna do it and then not mention it later when we don't. So I think I have like one more book for your read-a-thon. Read-a-thon?
No, maybe I'll roast myself in my wrap up. Like, this is what I said, and then I didn't do any of that.
Yeah,
sure.
that's normal.
A and B, it's fine.
Right.
We were trying to do a 24-hour read-a-thon yesterday.
Okay. First of all, Monique came to me like a week before her birthday, and she was like, "What if we do a 24-hour read-a-thon for my birthday?"
Oh
and I was like, yeah.
I quickly thought that was a bad idea, and then she was like, "We're still doing the 24-hour read-a-thon for your birthday."
Yeah.
And I was like, Okay.
We like drunkenly did the intro after her, like, because it like was the 15th into the 16th. So we were like, hey guys, study the 24-hour method. It's 12:30. And then we slept for like 12 hours after that. So
that's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I read one book yesterday.
I finished 2 of them actually.
I like technically read a book because I read my best friend's exorcism, but I finished it 20 minutes after the deadline. So it's like, did I read it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that book
counts. It counts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For me it does. Everyone else, is a stickler. I don't know about all that. But yeah, we really tried, but we didn't anticipate birthday hangover and all that to be a part of it. So anyway, finished my second book for Scooby-Doo. Okay, girl, go through that list. Yes, a queen.
I know. Queen taste. We love to see it.
It also like looks aesthetically pleasing.
Like, is it like a melon? Like a grapefruit?
Tell us what you're drinking.
Or is
it is. So I don't like orange juice. So it's grapefruit juice.
I knew it. I was like, the color is just so
beautiful,
pleasing to me.
Monique's a pink person. She likes pink. I think I'll enjoy The Cruel Prince. Yeah, me too.
Yes, let's do a proper one. You know, where we hold each other accountable.
You know,
and not just be like,
Set up a We should just have a Discord that's like for 24, just nothing else, just 24-hour readathons, and then twice.
That's a good idea.
Twice a month. My commitment levels. Like, I'm just like, oh god.
Monique has a commitment issue with everything.
I can't make commitments.
I really.
No,
it will
normal.
push me to read more, and that's the point of.
And that was the whole point of the 24-hour, because Monique was like, "I've read one book this month."
And I had to read them in time because my library hold was coming up. I really have to read these 2 books, or because there's like people holding it. I can't get it back.
I feel you.
Yes. When the library holds come in, everything stops, okay? I don't care what readathon I'm in. We've got to read these books now.
Yes. That's always what throws me too, is because my like Libby loans for all my audiobooks come in and I'm like, I don't know, I got to squeeze them in.
Yes, exactly. Like, how can I fit this into my schedule?
Like, you're going to have one good turn. And I was like, oh no. Okay.
It'll be another like 3 months before I get it again. Like the stakes are high. Like I can't just not.
Right. Someone else is waiting.
I
know. I recently was just like looking on the Libby app to see like what was available now, and Addie LaRue was on there, and I had no intention of reading that book this month, like at all. But I'm trying to rush through all my books now so that I can like actually have it and read it, because I don't want to buy it. Yeah, until I like it. So that
is fair. I feel like I'm probably gonna unhaul mine at some point because I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Was it just like the story was just like you couldn't relate, or?
It was like, so actually I got this cool comment the other day on like my wrap up where I talked about it, because I mentioned that I just didn't like where the story went. I thought that I would have wanted like the spotlight to be on different moments of her like immortality, different moments of her life, etc. And then someone else had commented and said like, well, that was the point of the curse, is that she like makes this deal, gets herself into this pickle because she thought she wanted something, and then the curse is like she realized she wanted the opposite but can't escape that. And I was like, oh. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. It was just like, I don't know, the hype was too real, was part of it. But I also, there were parts that just like didn't make sense to me, where it was like, why would you set up 200 pages for this or whatever? But definitely was like a character study if you like really like deeply character driven books.
Oh, I might like it.
Oh gosh.
But I also don't like things that are hyped up. I always wait to read them when they're like old.
I know.
So I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, we read this years ago.
I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try my hardest to read it this month, and then I'll know the truth for myself.
I think you're gonna like it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, surprise.
Because if it doesn't make sense, then like I'm gonna be like, it doesn't make sense.
It definitely makes sense. Like there were just things that didn't add up, like for me.
Mm-hmm.
But the story is like cohesive.
Okay. Well, all we can do is try and then be like, thank God I got it from the library.
Right.
So
It might be fun on audiobook too. Is that what?
Yeah, it might run a little quicker or like more whatever.
It means someone else has it on hold, so you can't like renew the hold.
Yeah.
So
it's like one good turn of the book, like one
like,
time to read it.
Yeah. Or you're gonna have to like wait.
For like 17 weeks.
Or however long.
It's like the Hunger Games for audiobooks.
It is, truly. I'm like, oh God.
Are not wrong.
for the supplies.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like the audiobook might be a fun way to read that because you can just like physically it was a challenge sometimes because it is pretty slow because like there's no plot, it's just the characters. So it might be fun to read that on audio actually.
And just kind of like get a little bit. Yeah, because I read Children of Blood and Bone and I like didn't enjoy it as much as I think I could have. And I just started the second book, Virtue and Vengeance, on audiobook. And I like it so much more. And I actually can't tell if it's because it's on audio and like there are accents and it just makes more sense, or like, I don't know if the story is better, but I don't know. That's also one of those debut novel things where that was her first one. So I'm like, maybe I wasn't vibing with the writing. I'm not really sure.
What is that series about? Because I hear people talk about it, but then I never hear them explain it.
Yeah. So basically it's about a kingdom which has like magic and they have lost it. And there are only certain people who can wield the magic, but the king in power hates magic and has tried to basically purge it from the land. So all the people who can wield magic have been oppressed and they're like in these slums, and they're just like not treated well because they're different. And so basically some things happen. There's a little bit of conflict, and this girl who can wield the magic ends up having to like
go on a journey.
Bring it back on a journey and save it, because if she doesn't go on this journey, then magic will disappear forever. So, and it's like
time of the essence type of thing.
Yeah, she has like a couple of weeks to do it, and then basically things unfold from there. But I mean, I liked it, but it was a lot of setup, I think, for me before I could really get into it. So
it sounds like Footloose, but magic instead of dancing.
Yeah,
exactly. But actually, it's told from multiple sides.
It is. It has multiple POVs.
Yeah. Cool.
There's like a POV from the like kingdom point of view, and then one from the people who wield the magic. So
yes, exactly.
And I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. All in all, I think it's like a pretty good series if you want to try it out. But yeah,
sweet. Is it young adult?
Yeah, it is. It's young adult.
I think it's going to make a fantastic film.
Oh yeah, a movie. It'll be great. There's like lots of action, like that kind of thing. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. You kind of don't care about the characters until like you get way far into it, and that's one of the bad parts about it, because you got to care about what's going on, or then you don't care about what's going on. But anyway, like vaguely trying not to be spoilery. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good if you're kind of like, I don't know.
Okay.
If the library has it.
Yeah, I'll check. I need to
check it. Kind of like this. Like, dude, this is in college. Yeah, it's to like make the stakes higher, but sometimes if it's not set up well, or like, I don't know, I don't want to say correctly, but like if it isn't set up to make sense, then you're just kind of like, okay, that's random.
Yeah, those were Children of Blood and Bone was one of the books I was actually looking at the map because I was like trying to understand why it was taking so long. I was like,
yes,
where are they going? Like, what's the timeline here?
There's lots of traveling.
Yeah, because I was like, okay.
Huh.
Sorry.
What did I read that had a weird like deadline? Oh, it was Queen of the Tearling last month. It was like the first in this fantasy series, and it was the same thing. It was like, what is the rush? I don't understand. Like, what's going on?
Why are you running?
Right.
Wow. Basically.
Calm down.
Yeah. And I think that's also another thing with Children of Blood and Bone. I was like, why are they having to go to all these places? None of this serves them. it doesn't make sense. So anyway, but to each their own. To each their own. So yeah, pretty good series. But yeah, the next book that I'm going to be reading for your readathon is The Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco.
Oh, the hottie with the body.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what it's about either.
Yeah, another fantasy novel that we all are supposed to read. But I think basically there's like a main character who's the girl, and her sister is murdered. So she tries to figure out what happens. And the whole premise is she calls on like a demon to help her.
Oh.
I think he ends up being like a prince of hell, and she's like, "Oh damn, I did it."
Probably the love interest.
The man was a plot. The only plot I knew was the cutie.
Yeah, well, I think she's just trying to figure out who killed her sister, and she's like, "I'll do anything." And so, because I think she's a witch. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. But Morgan's been reading it, and she said it's pretty good. So
nice.
We'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much the only thing that's on my docket for the next couple of days. How about you?
I'm actually starting Children of Virtue and Vengeance again. And I just finished Sula. It was such a good book.
That's awesome.
But and I have to read the graphic novel.
For Animal Farm?
Yeah. So I'm almost done with my TBR for your readathon and the TBR for our readathon. So
and then everything else is just
I feel good about where I'm at right now. I pushed myself yesterday.
What happened in Sula?
Craziness, like truly. It's like about these two friends, and I don't even think I could really realize the impact when I was reading it. But like people are just dying left and right.
What?
And
is this set in like this day and age?
It's set in like the early 1900s to like 57, 59, and like they're like friends, and it's just like kind of it's just Sula is a friend, but she's kind of also
a kooky.
I'm not gonna say she's kooky, but she definitely has some interesting life choices, and it's just about their friendship and like her relationship with the town and her family. It's just very interesting. Like I read it last night, so I have to like marinate my thoughts. Yeah. But I'm like, what? Because at first I didn't even realize something was happening. I had to go back because I was like, did I understand? So yeah, Sula was A+. Toni Morrison is truly the best at the craft. Yes, it really is. I was reading this, I was like,
she like just had read The Sympathizer before this, and The Sympathizer is like chunks of like
it's not even chunks, it's literally just a page of words.
Yeah.
Beautifully written words about, like being a Vietnam refugee in America, and
it's just hard to read.
It was just a lot to read because it wasn't broken into paragraphs. There wasn't any like quotation marks. It was just like it's pretty much this man's confession.
Oh my gosh.
Picked up. Yeah. So it's just like all on paper, and a lot happens. And I'm like reading it and I'm like, what's happening? But then I started reading Sula yesterday. I was like, this is beautiful. Because I can literally see where like people are talking. It's just how it looked on the paper was just
a lot nicer to look at, basically.
Yes. It's still a heavy topic, but
I love this movie. I've never read the book.
I've never read the book.
I haven't read it or seen it.
I bet the book is probably really, really great. Call Me by Your Name is basically about this young man and his family that vacation in Italy, I think, every summer. And he falls in love with another man that he meets as a traveling tourist, I believe. And I don't know when it's set to be.
The 70s.
Yeah, like I wanted to say 60, like late 60s, 70s.
That was the 80s, 70s, 80s.
But maybe it's 70s, 80s. I don't know. But it's pretty good. It's a very nice story. I recommend. It's beautiful. What's the most beautiful writing you've ever read?
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
Yeesh. Anything by Toni Morrison. I've just read Sula, and I'm like, she's still a top tier
I feel put on the spot, and I'm not smart enough.
What comes to mind is Library of Legends, which I apparently won't shut up about.
I know. I was
I
about
need
to
to
say
read
that's on my TBR because of you.
It's so good, and I think I gave it 4 stars, but like because I still think about it so much and talk about it so much, I feel like I should up my rating. It's really good. It's like historical fiction, magical realism, but because of maybe the magical realism, it was like so beautiful and like not whimsical because that makes it sound like it was
like flimsy or something.
like silly. Yeah, but like ethereal, maybe that's the word.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I definitely want to check out that book. It sounds really, really good. Erin Morgenstern. I was scarred after Night Circus, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Lainey Taylor, that's funny. I was thinking Strange the Dreamer too.
oh yeah, Kirsten did just read The Great Alone. I actually have that on my TBR too. I have heard that it is very good by Kirsten Hanna.
I've never read her before.
She also read The Nightingale, if anybody
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
read that. Yeah, I feel like that one was popular a couple years ago, maybe.
Yes. I bought a beautiful edition of this book for my mom, and she's like, I've tried to read it, but my eyes get so, she's like, I don't know what it is. I can't get involved. I was like, Mom, you just need to sit down and read Beloved. It's the best book she's ever written. Anyway.
Oh, man.
It's just funny to me. I had this conversation with her like literally 2 weeks ago. Are you? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sarah, please indulge us.
Is it a new release?
I'm guessing it is. Starland by River Solomon, as I am. Yeah, tell us. Lady Timothy, romantic interest is a cannibal. Oh yeah, Armie Hammer. He's kooky.
Yeah, we don't need to get back in that. We had a whole discussion last night about the cannibalism.
Armie Hammer is a little weird, we think.
I mean, he did have his. Okay, no, we can't get this. No, we cannot. Oops,
he's just a little.
Kirsten.
That's not the direction. Actually,
TikTok.
Oh no.
I can't. I gotta keep clicking.
Books. Okay, sure.
Is my life and soul. So I've never read this before.
That's why
I was so surprised by it. I listened to it on audio a few months ago, and it was like a magical experience.
What's it about?
I haven't read the sequel. It's duology, I think. But the first one is like it's dual POVs, and so you follow this young man Laszlo, who's kind of like this like outcast underdog. He works at this library, but he has this like passion for this like mythical place. What is it called? Like the Unnamed City or something. Like the name of the city was like magicked away from everyone's memory. So it's like colloquially like talked about as Weep, but like he doesn't call it Weep, but he has like strangely like encyclopedic knowledge about this like mystical city that everyone is just pretty sure doesn't exist. But yeah, there's like his knowledge and his POV, and then there's another POV from a different character with like complete opposite experience, and like the POVs don't even like overlap until I want to say like more than halfway through the book, and it just like comes together so beautifully. It's like really hard to explain because I went in like knowing nothing, and that was like the perfect way to read it, but it was just like I did not expect to love it as much as I did.
Okay, well, looks like I'm adding another book to my TBR. Thank you, Noelle.
Yeah.
I love to serve.
I really did go through like your winter recommendations list and was just like ticking things. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, okay, clearly I don't know anything because I've never heard of half these things.
Oh, that makes me so excited. Those are all books that I wish like more people would read so that I could gush about them with more people.
I will get there. When? Who knows? Hey, Laura. What's going on? So yeah, that's basically all that I'm like really. I'm actually reading Circe this month too. I've never read that before.
I'm excited for you.
I feel like many people have, and I feel very behind.
I know. That's how I felt when I read it last month too. I felt like I was the last person in the world to read it.
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, you know, better late than never, I guess.
How are you feeling so far about it?
Well, I actually like have not started. So
Good.
I love mythology, anything like that. Like I'm obsessed with it. I always have been. So I feel like I'm gonna love this feminist novel, as we could call it, maybe.
Oh, totally.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna really like it. That, and then have you read Lore? You did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you loved it?
I gave it 4 stars, but I really, really liked it. Yeah.
That's
Just
another.
because I felt like the first half was not as good as the second half. Like the first half just felt like any young adult novel, but there's like this point where
You were invested.
like, yeah, it totally like diverts. But I thought it was like really funky, fresh, and it was super good. But yeah, I read that at the beginning of the month, and I'm like dying for everyone else to read it.
I added to the list for myself.
I thought it was so behind with that. Like for some reason, because I guess I was seeing arcs like just on social media, and I was like, "Dang, this looks so good. What is this?" And then I'm like, "It's not even out yet. I don't need to stress."
Oh yeah, no, it just came out on the 5th, I think.
Yeah, that's the book. But yeah, so anyway, that's the other mythology book that I'm gonna try and cram in. But I'm also really, really, really trying to do the ACOTAR reread before the new book comes out. So since those books are so big, I'm not really counting on getting to anything else.
In February, we're doing a
Hey, Rachel.
hello a read of Avatar, the first one.
Yes, you're doing a buddy read.
Just in case you want to make time for that next month.
Well, I've already read ACOTAR this month, so
Oh, never mind.
so I would be starting on the next one. But yeah, I've not read Cersei. Yeah, same, Laura.
I recommend.
Every book on my TBR, and I'm like, give them all to me now. Yeah, I have a lot of these racked up with the library, so honestly, whenever they come in, it'll be me rushing through them.
For real.
I am also trying to get into like thrillers more this year because Monique does like them, and I think I may like them as well. So another book that I'm trying to read is No Exit. I don't know if you've heard of that one by Taylor Adams. It's on my.
A lot of people talk about it and rave about it, but I like don't know anything about thrillers either, and I'm scared.
Yeah, like I'm definitely more of a fantasy, historical fiction person, but yeah. I mean, I know that it's got some gore in it, and I've got some gore notes, but I just started it a couple days ago, and it's pretty good so far, so we'll see.
Okay. Let me know, because if you like it, then maybe I'll pick it up. I'm just such a wimp that I feel like fantasy gore is different because I'm like, oh, it's like a fantasy world.
Yeah.
But,
you know. Anyway, but I actually got gore notes from Kirsten. She was like, if you want to know when and where they are,
okay.
Then did you finish No Exit? No, I haven't finished it yet. Yes, super gory parts. And she gave me these notes, so I can send them to you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But I find that they're pretty helpful so far. Do you read multiple books at a time? I do.
Yeah.
Not like 5 books, because that would be too much for my brain, but like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I've started books and I put them down, and then I will come back to it. I try to finish a book, but if I need to do something else, I'm gonna.
I do not have the self-control. Maybe it's my type 7 coming out, but I read like 4 or 5 at a time, and they just I'll finish them when I finish them.
We really have to do our Enneagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it today.
We really have to.
I have to finish some love for my library goal expired.
Oh yeah,
that's oh my god.
I'm so behind. I feel like I did it a while ago and just had never remembered what it was. I told you to do
it when I had the energy to help, but I'm gonna send you the link. You'll do it.
Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what it is. Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware.
Oh, yeah, I want to read that so bad.
Okay, so then there's a thriller that maybe you can.
Cool.
Noelle.
Yeah, I will add that.
Yeah, I've got In a Dark Wood is one I've got, which I know isn't the best Ruth Ware, but 4 books started. I'm barely reading any. What are you reading though? Tell us.
Tell us.
Yeah, I would love to converse about it. Oh my God, Noelle.
I know, it's out of control.
Yes.
All right, we'll find a type 8.
I think Reagan is a type 8 from her video that she made.
You might be right.
I have no idea.
Me not knowing anything about Enneagram. Like, how does it work? Is it like zodiacs or like?
Your cousin tried to.
Kinda. The cool thing about it is that, like, so you might have to kind of do some troubleshooting on your number. I like the Truity test because it gives you like pie slices of the ones that you tested highest in. So take like your 2 or 3 highest and then read them and decide for yourself, like, oh, that sounds most like me or whatever. Because you, depending on like how like healthy, like mentally you're feeling or how stressed you might be feeling, like you'll skew to 2 different numbers also. So like for a type 7, like when I'm feeling stressed, I'll skew towards like a type 1, like the unhealthy aspects of a type 1. Or like when I'm feeling like really good and happy and rested and healthy, I'll skew towards a type 5, like the healthy aspects of a type 5, but like overall in a 7. So it can get kind of like weird, but in that respect, it does feel like kind of zodiac-ish because there's so many like little things to it.
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
Beautifully said.
Me committing on camera.
It took you to do this because I'm asking.
I know. It was like hard for me to get my mind around it, but like it's clearly important. So
oh, there you go. Yeah, I relate to a lot of type 1 because like when I'm like stressed about anything, it's like the tendency is to like, so the stereotype with the type 1 is to like hyper organize and try and like control certain things and like check things off lists. And that's like where my mind goes when I feel like, oh my God, there's too much going on. So I relate to that.
Yeah, because you have to have like that sense of control over like what's happening. I feel like I can relate to that.
Take it and tell us.
Laura, we'll find a little quiz or something and we'll send it to you.
I'll send it into the chat.
Yeah. And then we can all take it.
The Way of the Kings, All the Light You Cannot See,
Chain of Gold.
And I think that's all. Oh,
yesterday I finished.
I thought it was a book title.
Oh my God, the longest book title ever. Chain of Gold I've heard of. Everything
all
else.
The Light You Cannot See.
Oh wait, All the Light You Cannot See. Yeah, I've heard of that too.
I'm adding.
So then Way of the Kings is the only one that I haven't heard of. I'm assuming that's fantasy.
Oh yeah, Anthony Dorr.
Oh yeah, that's Brando Sando.
Oh, Brando Sando.
I got that from, I think, like The Bookish Mom or something says that, and it just cracks me up.
I love that. Yeah, I've never heard that before. I've actually never read Brandon Sanderson either. So
it's on my list this year to try and read him finally.
Grace from GE reads a lot of him, and she's always raving about it. So I'm gonna get there. It's just there's so much to read, you know.
Oh, we missed the Sorrow Land. Sorry, I'm skipping things.
Oh yeah, I was like, I will get there. I will get back there.
That's exciting.
I mean, that could be what he's into.
Oh, the tea's coming out. Especially when stressed. Yeah.
Totally.
Let me see what this is, Sarah. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Story of Vern, a young girl fleeing the only life she's ever known. Her abusive husband, the cult he leads.
You got me sold. I loved anything about
babies.
Mo's like, sign me up.
Literally.
She really did. She just got a Trump novel about how.
Oh yeah, the cult of Trump. I can't.
Oh, I've seen that.
It literally is.
I need to read it.
So interesting looking.
True. That's the thing about my man Brando Sando. Like, they're so long that I'm just constantly intimidated.
And also, I like don't really know where to start. I think that's my issue.
How do you even hold?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I'm like, what's even happening here? So.
Maybe Grace would make like a guide to Brandon Sanderson of like.
He actually just was asking what kind of like book videos she should do. So maybe we I can't speak.
That would be perfect.
Suggest it. Yeah, we'll see. Start with porn or something. Okay. Thank you. Now, because FOMO, yeah, we're at FOMO too.
Oh, I posted it in the private chat. The test.
Oh, okay, cool. Does it take long to do?
Like maybe 5+ minutes.
Okay, so I'll do it later. Yes, Emily, we're gonna ask her to do a guide. Trump, and he comes out into the kitchen and goes, "Guess what I just read about the idiot?" Yes. Okay, so or we can just use YouTube.
Probably.
Yeah.
I feel like my Myers-Briggs has changed. I don't actually remember what it is now.
Yeah, my Myers-Briggs changes so much, especially now that I'm more mature in my 20s. So
yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
Like my mom just took the Enneagram test recently, and she said that it probably would have been different if like she took it while like we were all younger and she was still like in like full-blown mom mode. So I'm sure it could probably change depending on like where you're at,
maybe.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Miss Bourne is a safe start. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sold.
There's no strong order?
Yeah, I guess not.
Good to know.
I think Miss Bourne is
Let's add it to the list.
Because I always think, I'm like, I bet it's kind of like Star Wars a little bit. Like there are multiple, like, it's like the same universe, but there are multiple storylines. So you can kind of just like get one of them and then
Miss
go
Bourne
from there.
is the series.
I think are they all the same universe? I didn't know that.
Oh, maybe not. I'm talking out of my butt. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know either. Because that's how I feel about like Cassandra Clare. I don't think I've ever read Cassandra Clare, and I don't know if I ever will because I know that's all like one universe, and I would be so overwhelmed at this point.
Yeah. It's really overwhelming and same. I've never actually read a Cassandra Clare before.
Yeah.
But everyone says you have to. It's like a thing. But then I'm like, is it a thing because it came out when you were younger?
True.
I'm married in the chat.
Is it like Percy Jackson? I just need to know. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, unbiased.
Oh,
is it necessary? Anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. It's all a megaverse. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe from
That's super cool.
From those books.
Exactly.
I love you so much, Kirsten.
I somehow own the Mortal Instruments series, and I don't even know how I became.
I think you got that from your office. Wasn't somebody like giving them away for free?
It has to be because I honestly thought those were yours, and you're like, no.
Yeah, no. I think one day you came home and you're like, I got these books, and I was like, it's a whole set. That's nice. Like, what's happening? So. Emma Bugs has a video out that shows you where to start, but just that video in general gets me overwhelmed. Yeah, honestly, I'm very good with lists. Like if we have like a list of everything, then I can like check it off one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But like if it's a whole video where I have to like kind of dissect it a little, it overwhelms me.
I get that. Yeah.
So it is what it is. She gave us the link to the Enneagram and this thing, so we can take it later. But yeah, so anyway. So do you have anything fun coming up, like with your channel?
I have on Thursday, will be the start of my little BookTube happy hour.
Oh yeah.
Series.
That's fun. Who is it a surprise who's gonna be on or?
Not really. So the first week, I need to post about it, but the first week will be Elena from Elena the Great on Thursday.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. I'm so excited for that. Like, where is it gonna be?
It'll be on my channel Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific. So
cool. So okay, cool. So it's like podcast, but like live stream.
Yeah, honestly, like basically what this is, just like kind of hanging out, like live stream style, just getting to talk to each other. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that. That's gonna be so great because I feel like there's like a community that we all know, right? But then everyone in that community obviously has other shoots.
Exactly.
So I really enjoy this kind of stuff because then you can actually be like, I love that person.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think like I'm just the kind of person that like, well, one, I'm just nosy. Like I want to know what's going on. I want all the drama in everyone's life, but I also like all the exciting things in everyone's life. So I'm stoked to get to talk to everyone.
Cool. I can't wait. I will definitely be tuning into that because that sounds right up my alley.
Awesome.
Let's see. Oh, is that must be like a Cassandra Clare thing?
Oh.
The order that they're read in, yeah.
It's not even. Yeah, that bothers me. I'm the kind of person, just for like in Star Wars, I'm gonna watch the way it came out to the world. Why would I start with the prequels if they didn't come out before the original story? Anyway,
Yeah.
my pet peeves. I was like, obviously the story is meant to be told this way.
Right.
And I think that's part of the confusing part too, because you're like, okay, well, 5, 6, and 7 are like the ones you're supposed to read first, but 1, 2, and 3 are 1, 2, and 3.
I didn't even realize they numbered them. I was just like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, no,
yeah, A New Hope.
I've never read the newer ones. I know I'm not a fan. Really.
Well, if you're not like into fantasy or like sci-fi, then it can be hard to watch and like get through. They're heavy movies, so.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yes, Emily.
It's gonna be a good time.
Or like Star Wars.
Yeah. I just want to be friends with everyone.
Me too. And just like, it's like the saying where if you're the smartest person in the room, you don't need to be. Like
you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, you like need new people to kind of push your brain and be like, okay, well, Brando Sando.
Right. You
know?
make me laugh so much.
So
leave the room. Yes, girl.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, BB-8 is a cutie.
BB-8 is the MVP.
Yeah, the real MVP. So anyway, okay, well, I guess we are going to wrap it up.
Cool. That was so fun. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. And thanks for being on the channel with us. I literally was telling Monique, I was like, hey, I think that we need Noelle on the channel because I want to be her friend. So it was literally after I watched your like winter whatever. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like winter list. And I like watched you for like 45 minutes and I was like, I've been here this whole time. I feel as though we could be friends. I don't know. But anyway, I've been really excited to have you on the channel. So thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Oh, of course. It was so fun. I'm so glad we got to do this.
Oh, wait, she got her results.
Oh,
a 3. Thank you. I was like, I need to know what achiever. 3s want to be successful. Yes.
Love that.
Yes. Okay. I love this.
Okay. I cannot wait.
I'm gonna put mine on not the Instagram story, but I'll put it out somewhere for us.
Yeah, let's just do it on the story, you know?
Let me know. Let me know after
you're 7, right? You said?
Yes. She said she was.
Okay.
Kirsten's an 8.
Yes.
We know that Jess is a 1.
Jess is a 1. Laura's a 3. I don't understand the wing portion of it. Like,
it's kind of what she was saying. Like, you have tendency to like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, there's wings too. So like your wing will be on either side of your number. So like I could be a wing 6 or a wing 8, but I'm a wing 8. So like there's like, I guess I have some 8 tendencies on top of like my 7 personality, but one of my like best friends is a 7 wing 6. So like we're different in that way because we have different wings.
Okay. Is it always like the numbers on either side of the number? Okay.
Yeah, your wings have to be on either side.
Interesting.
Oh, Mary was like, I heard you talking about the Enneagram.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Okay. We'll stay on for a little bit. We'll see what you are.
Yeah.
86 match. Type 8 is also known as the Challenger.
Oh, that's perfect. We have our budding lawyer.
Yes. Yes.
Litigator in the house. I mean.
Oh, we'll have to check out your video, Mary.
Yes, we are.
An 8. Yes, Lord, we thrive. Amanda's a 2. I wish I knew what these meant. I'm gonna look at everything.
Yeah, once I see it on paper, I'll be like, this makes sense.
Yeah, because I think that's why the Zodiac's a little bit easier for me because I'm like, okay, I know what your personality traits are if you're this, so I just need to study it and then I'll know more what you guys are talking about. I'll be in the loop.
Yeah.
74% match.
That seems legit. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because Mary's trying to figure out what she is. Okay, yeah.
I love that series concept. It's so fun.
Yes.
I'm so invested.
I do love that too. Sarah, I'll send you the link. You can take the test too. There's a highest match or at least. 2 is the giver.
That is
I love that.
And it is. She's the sweetest. She is the giver. But yeah. Anyway, we'll know shortly.
Yay.
And we'll chit chat about it. But yeah, okay. Well, we'll wrap it up. We'll let you go. But yeah, we will stay tuned for your podcast coming out on Thursday, 5:30, happy hour. And yeah, thanks for hanging, man.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys.
Real chill, fun time. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging. And that's it for now.
Bye.
See ya.